everybody, it's Rain here, and I just had a good draft which kind of canceled on itself. As happens with cockatrice, it's one of the big downsides to the format, or cockatrice as a thing, you know. Um, this pack I got a Lesha, very good rare, as you'll find with most Favor Forge packs. Even if you can't use her ability, she's going to force through a ton of damage. And I also like the fact that red is typically underdrafted. Oh, what the hell? It's probably a result of my previous draft. Okay. Yeah, as I said, very good at forcing through damage. Very good ability too if you can use it. Wild Slash, very powerful removal. Just instant speed shock in this format is kind of something that can't be replaced too easily. Wouldn't hate a Windscarred Crack, War Flare, or a Sandblast here, but Wild Slash keeps me on one color and does what I want it to. Kills a guy. Alright, the good pairings with red in pack 1 are, ideally for me, it would be red-white. However, red-blue is the other one, and it's looking way more open here. Could just be too early to tell, but I passed a red-white land and a couple good white cards and a War Flare as well. So there's a good chance I just want to be red-blue here, and I think I'm going to take Frostwalker to that end. It's a very good aggressive card, and I have this nice aggressive setup. Probably the best card in the pack by quite a bit too. Ooh. That's a difficult decision. I would like the Swift Water Cliffs, but there are the two best red commons in this pack, Heel Cutter and Bathe in Dragonfire. Given that I'm aggressive, I think it's a pretty easy Heel Cutter, but I would really like a Bathe in Dragonfire. I wish it was in the last pack. Another Wild Slash? And people not understand what removal is? Like, I wouldn't hate Teamer Battle Rage. Doesn't really work with Frostwalker, but I can get it to work pretty well. But yeah, Wild Slash, good removal. Don't understand how I made it that far. Pressure Point, not really a driving force into white for me, so it's between Jeskai Sage and Smoldering Defreet. I think I still just want the 2/2 over the 1/1 Prowess. I don't think I really want to worry too much about Prowess. And I want the consistent damage output that Smoldering provides. It's also easier for me to cast it on too with my current setup, and I don't have to be blue right now. I definitely think this was the right pick. The deck's looking very good right now. Got removal, got very good red cards. Red's looking very open. So yeah, should have a good draft. I'm still open to being red-white or red-blue. It is red-white, right? Yeah. Okay, anyway, Aven Surveyor, very good common. Wouldn't hate a polluted delta, but yeah, it's a very easy Aven Surveyor here. Collateral damage, Smoldering Defreet, mediocre in comparison. And it looks like blue is open too. Two good blue cards left in the pack. Whew! Oh, this is the pack I wanted to see! Wow. Such good options. Whisk Away, not so good in this very aggressive deck. Will the Naga is very good in this aggressive deck. But there are two red commons that I'm a big fan of. And given how heavy red I am right now, I really like Mardu Scout. I think that's... but Gorswine's so good with like Teamer Battle Rage and Barrage of Boulders, and kind of where this deck wants to go. I'm going to take the 2-drop. Maybe wrong. Okay. Now the choice is between River Prowler, Gorswine. I think Gorswine's the easy pick. Normally River Prowler would be a better card in these sets, but I'm not going to be black or green, or necessarily, and Gorswine triggers Ferocious, and that's the biggest thing. Mind Scour Dragon, Jeskai Sage, Fierce Invocation, Warflare. It's a really late Warflare, but even Surveyor and Frostwalker are kind of convincing me that I should be in red-blue, at least as primary colors. For me, it's between Sage, and I suppose I could take Warflare on the off chance I splash or pull a White Bomb. Or I could just take a Mind Scour Dragon to close out a game. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, this strategy is way too open. Will of the Naga is the best card for the aggressive deck, but red and blue, just so open. Swiftwater Cliffs, yeah, I don't really have anything to work with collateral damage right now. Besides maybe Alesha activations, but Swiftwater is definitely something I want. Get the Sage. Could take a Refocus, don't really have Prowess, so it's not good. So yeah, Sage it is. Suppose we'll take a Boomcake, why not? I get stuck with a Smoldering Ifrit. Yeah, might even play it. Don't really need 2-drops very highly. I kind of need some 3-drops, but that's good. Cons packs have a ton of 3-drops. They're called Morphs. Definitely want to pick up some 4-power creatures, Barrage of Boulders. I have Frostwalker and Gorswine to go with it right now. You know, just anything that has a sort of falter effect, or anything that's decently aggressive. Okay, open up the pack. There's a Jeskai Elder and a Bloodfire Expert. This is actually a tougher pick than it normally would be, because I think that the Bloodfire Expert would table if I let it pass. However, it's a much better card than Jeskai Elder in this sort of deck. Despite Elder being very good with double Wild Slash, I don't really need the 2-drop, as I've said before, and Bloodfire Expert works really well with Ferocious cards. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Bloodfire Expert. Jeez, I don't hate Trumpet Blast, but I think it's not really the win con I want. Swiftwater Cliffs and Bloodfire Expert, again, I think are the 2 choices. Mystic, I don't hate either, but I think it's not as good in this deck as... No, it is very good. I think I like Bloodfire Expert, though. Just pick up a Barrage and go to town. Bloodfire Expert's a 4-power unblockable the turn you go Bloodfire, or Barrage of Boulders. It's actually kind of close. Mystic's more reliable, Bloodfire Expert's better in most other situations. I'll just take the Expert. Okay, now it's between Jeskai Elder, Jeskai Charm, and Mardu Warshrieker. Warshrieker isn't normally the sort of card you think in a blue-red deck that would be very good. However, you know, it still is. It is just a huge tempo play. Again, Elder is not really what I want. Charm could be, but I don't have the lands right now to support it. I think I'm just going to take the Warshrieker. Whew, just getting all the setup. I'm still aggressive. I mean, I'm still waiting on Barrage of Boulders. That's really what I want here. But Act of Treason isn't bad. Burn Away made it this far, but Summit Prowler is probably better. Burn Away is just really expensive, but it deals with everything. I don't think I'm really starving for removal right now. I'm going to take the Summit Prowler. Could be wrong, but I think it's right. Anok Tracker, not ideal, but this pack is bad. I can't see myself playing Rush of Battle in this deck. I can't really see myself playing Bloodfire Mentor. There is a slight chance, I suppose. I think I like Blood Fermenter. Where did it go? There it is. Alright, there's a Trumpet Blast and a Scaldkin. Both of which are fine. The thing is, I think I'm going to get another Trumpet Blast in this pack, so I'm going to take the Scaldkin now. And Barrage is still better, and I finally found one. Yeah, just basically can't pass this. There's no opportunity for me to get another one in this pack, and I'm probably going to want another one out of the next pack. It's a card I like the least. I just don't want to play against Archer's Parapet. The decks for Archer's Parapet is great. It's like outstanding in that deck. Bellstrike and Trumpet Blast made it back. Don't need the Trumpet Blast. This is not a token stack. Nor does it really have the potential to become one. You kind of have to be in red-white or red-white-black for that to happen. I'm going to take the Bellstrike. If I'm really desperate for a 2-drop, I could see putting in Sandbar. Scaldkin, better than those two cards, but yet again, just see all the cards are blue and red. I'm getting stacked pretty decently. This deck is good. Alright, last pack with this fancy blue-red deck. Alright, options. I could take a white splash land or a Weapon Master. I think it's pretty clear that I just want the Weapon Master. I have nothing to splash white for right now. Don't really want a third Scaldkin. And Weapon Master could be very, very good if I just pick up one red land. Burn Away is very good too, though. Oh, I'm just going to take the Burn Away. Ooh. Oh my god. This pack is everything. Everything I could want. There's an Icy Blast, Whirlwind of Depth, Force Away, Barrage of Boulders, and Winter Flame. Icy Blast is probably a better Barrage. Costs more mana, but taps down for 2 turns. And I'm going to take Icy Blast. Pretty close to an ideal win condition. Just hope to wheel something good out of that pack. Man, I just wish some of the cards in the last pack were in this pack. And I'm going to take Windscarred Crag. I'm just going to take a Jeskai Elder. Still a good card. Better than a couple of my 2-drops already. I'll take a Force Away, stick on this Tempo plan. None of the rest of these cards are interesting to me. As opposed to this pack, I'll take a Whirlwind of Depths, probably. Summit Prowler, Whirlwind of Depths, both very good. Swiftwater Cliffs also pretty good, but I don't really need the fixing. It's close because I kind of want to be in heavy red for these Wild Slashes and Mardu Scouts. But at the same time, I think Whirlwind Adept is probably the better card. It's harder to respond to and make my big ferocious plays like less valid or less void. Or, I can't speak English. I think Summit Prowler is a bit better. Okay, I'm gonna take the Summit Prowler. Oh my god. Okay, everything about this pack is awesome. There's an Aerostorm that's really late, there's a Wind Scout, and a Whirlwind Adept, and a Swiftwater Cliffs, all of which I would like in my deck. If they gave me the option of picking this pack, also Master the Way, by the way. If they gave me the option of picking this pack and not picking for the rest of the draft, I would take it. I think I just want the Aerostorm. Aerostorm's so unbelievably good. It's versatile and very, very powerful. I'm very sad to pass up on a Wind Scout and Whirlwind Adept, and a Master of the Way, quite frankly. I think Master is not as good as Aerostorm in this deck. However, I will take it here. Oh god, another Swiftwater close. I could just be loaded on Swiftwaters, not have to worry about lands at all, but Master of the Way is still better. Set Adrift, don't have any Delve spells I think right now, so definitely going to pick that up. This pack didn't have anything for me to begin with. There's a chance that Weapon Master makes it around, so I'll take this Tranquil Cove. Barrage and Whirlwind Adept both made it back. I want to count my Ferocious Enablers and creature count versus how much I need another Barrage. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Ferocious Enablers. I do have a lot of spells. I think I want the Whirlwind Adept. That's pretty close. I'm probably going to get a Whirlwind Adept later on in this pack. So I should have taken the Barrage. Yep, that was a mistake. I think I should have taken Barrage. Oh well. This opens up my options. Maybe I can take a Jeskai Wind Scout over another whatchamacallit, Whirlwind Adept. Just don't really see myself having a huge problem finishing off a game. I have a Barrage, an Act, and a Aerostorm and Icy Blast, along with some very good tempo plays in the meantime. Yeah, this was the other pack that just didn't have anything for me the first time around. No surprise it doesn't have anything the second time. Just going to take the biggest pain for me, which is the lifelink blocker. This pack is duds. Suppose I don't want to lose to like Blinding Spray in response to a Barrage. Jeskai Elder, better than a Banner. I get stuck with. Hard to say. I think somebody moved in on blue-red in that last pack. Maybe 2 people. Because I wasn't tabling some of the stuff I thought I'd table. Kinda glad I took a Whirlwind Adept now over the Barrage. It was slightly more necessary. Alright. I'm just gonna do what I always do when I have so many playables and cut everything. Start by putting in the cards that are absolutely necessary. Then going from there. Oh, I think I put in a card I didn't want to there. That is the absolute necessary 15 card setup. This is the Ferocious Wind with Icy Blast and Barrage of Boulders. Can't really miss out on 1 mana removal. Heel Cutter is just way too powerful of a card as well. And Aerostorm is another way to finish them off. This is definitely the biggest core to this deck. Now past that, I'm going to look to want to have a couple more 2-drops. Probably some other things that work with Ferocious. Wild Slash also does that as well. I think I want this Force away. Aven Surveyor is ridiculously good. I don't have any dull spells, so I think Set Adrift is going to be a very nice one to have. It should be very cheap. Sorry. I want the Will of the Naga. Will of the Naga is 2 blue instead of 1 blue. However, it is a better effect for these decks anyway. It's like another Icy Blast, or at least a mini one. Want this War Shrieker. I think I want one of these Afrits. Now I have a directional choice to make. I could start jamming in Elders, Bellstrike, and probably the Setter Drift and go for a more aggressive setup, take an Actor Treason as well, and just go really, really aggressive. Or I can kind of slow things down and take the Mind Scour Dragon, the Master of the Way, maybe this Burn Away, and just go for a slower sort of deal. I think I like the aggressive package, however I only need 3 cards. I like where I'm at with this setup. I think I want a slow game plan as well in case things stall out. It's easier to get things to stall out from my opponents than to get them to... I don't know. I think this setup might be a bit better. Put in Mind Scour Dragon. Don't want the Setter Drift. I think I may want another 2-drop, maybe Jeskai Sage. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the Actor Treason. I still think it's like a win con there. There's not much of a better turn I can have than like Actor Treason, Force Away, or Actor Treason, Barrage. Alright. Deck has a lot of reach, a lot of very big plays, a lot of good aggressive plays as well. And I am more wanting red early, but it's not like by a large amount. Since I'm playing this Ifrit over the Mardu Scout, I will be able to drop the Ifrit early. I think I still want the Mardu Scout because it has the dash option. Yep, okay. I do want more red early than blue. Blue's kind of more finishing out on my top end as well. So I'm gonna go with something like... This gives me 10 red sources to cast these Wild Slashes and Mardu Scout early. Get this Elisha down, get these Bloodfire Experts, you know, all these sorts of early game plays that my deck has, while still reliably being able to hit 2 blue lands for this Mind Scour Dragon, the Aven Surveyor, and the Will of the Naga. I could even cut down to 11 red and 7 blue, and that might be not be terrible actually. I do really need double red. I don't think this setup is gonna really... 10 seems like enough. It might be a bit off, so I'm gonna put another mountain in the board. Alright guys, I'll be back for gameplay.